from semester 3, that is our theory paper 3T2. And as per university guidelines, now we are starting with our semester 4, and during this semester I am going to interact you with another new paper, and name of this new paper, that is Plant Resources. I think I have provided you syllabus prior to this lecture on the Google class, on the WhatsApp web, and so you are well known with syllabus. आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in our previous semester, we have completed theoretical portion of our paper, which is related to angiosperm 2. As far as angiosperm 1 from your second semester considered, we have studied number of features related to morphology of the flower, and since last semester, theoretical paper or theory paper, entire paper of 3T3 has been changed. That is angiosperm paper change, which we have gone through. But unfortunately, we are unable to complete our practicals related to our third semester angiosperm paper 2. In spite of that, as per guidelines of the university, we are starting today onwards, and in this semester I have to take your paper, that is core paper from fourth semester, fourth paper or 16th paper, and title of the paper is Plant Resources. So up till now we have studied many more things related to plant, and we come to know that plants have to play immense role in our life. Directly or indirectly, plants are going to fulfill all our requirements throughout the life. Many times it has been called that life of animal starts with the plant, or life of human being starts with the plant, and end of life also occur with the plants. And this phrase indicates that plants have immense importance in our life. Throughout the life, thousands of different types of plants which fulfill our several requirements. I think all of you are known, there are 4 important requirements of human being, and these 4 important requirements include food, shelter, clothing, and healthy environment. So the first and important part, that is related to food, because for our routine practices we require energy, and as far as requirement of energy considered, energy is released or available to body from the food material which we are going to consume. Now as far as food material considered, most of the food material of human being comes from plant origin, and some of the food material also comes from animal origin. I think all of you are known the food material of human being, which consists of vegetables, large number of fruits of a different plant, and variety of different other materials which are available from plant resources or plant sources. Beside that, we are going to consume variety of different animal products, including milk and milk products, and simultaneously meat or flesh is also a part of our food material. Now, as far as our this core paper plant resources considered, we should be known what is the resources. क्या कोई बता सकता है what is the resources? हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही? मेरी आवाज आ रही?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, व्हाट इज रिसोर्सेस कोई बताएगा? अपने यहाँ एक मंत्रालय भी था जिसको हम बोलते थे ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेस डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्ट्री। वैसे रिसोर्स मीन्स संसाधन। चलो हम गूगल में ही ढूंढ लेते हैं कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट रिसोर्सेस। A source of supply or support, and available means usually used in a plural. A natural source of wealth or revenue, often used in plural. A natural feature or phenomenon that enhances the quality of human life. So as far as resource considered, it is a source available from the surrounding, and there are variety of different types of source available in surrounding. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ आपके सामने एक मानव संसाधन विकास समूह दिया है। हम यहाँ देखते हैं कि प्लांट रिसोर्सेस, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट थिंग्स व्हिच आर कॉल्ड एज प्लांट रिसोर्सेस। नाउ वी हैव सम फोटोग्राफ्स, यू कैन observe variety of different types of plants in this photograph, and these are used as a plant resources. Or we have another categorization or chart of plant which shows what are the different proportion of plants which are used. You just observe out of different resources, medicinal plants about 44%, woody plants that is about 9%, food plants 11%, one or few plants with uses about 12%, and plants with general uses 18%. And besides that, there are some other uses of plants are also mentioned here. That is about 2 and 4%. So you can just see, you can just say by observing this pie chart that 50% of the uses of plant that is related to medicine, and about 18% of uses these are related to general uses, and 11% uses related to food. So this indicates that plants have immense role in our life. So these are the different resources which we are going to use. So we can have a list of variety of the different resources. Just have a list. Plant resources of India, potential for future development. So just this is one topic available on the Springer research topic. You just go through its abstract. Plant resources form an integral part of huge interdependent system that encompasses the physical component and the biological community of the life. I think all of you are well known. We are living on this planet along with number of different animals. And beside that, there are number of different sources which are useful for our routine life. And these sources include water, air, different types of minerals. So these are also physical structures and important for our routine life. So these are the different resources available on our planet. So plant resources are integral part of interdependent system which encompasses physical component. Physically मैंने जैसे बताया कि अपने आजू बाजू में जो अवेलेबल है different types of minerals है, soils है, animals है. So these are the different physical components. Then biological community of a life, for example, microorganisms present in the surrounding, large number of animals present in the surrounding, these are also available. So these resources have enormous perspective benefits to humankind. So whatever these different types of resources available in our surrounding, they have number of different benefits to humankind. The ever increasing population and climate change over the years has contributed substantially to the pressure on plant resources, leading to their decline or loss in nature. Now I can give you one example. क्या आप लोग सभी सुन रहे हैं? हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Yes sir. Okay. So I can give you a very simple example. You might have heard regarding Western Ghat report, which has been submitted by Professor Gadgil committee. Have you heard regarding Western Ghat report on Western Ghat? आप लोगों में से किसी ने सुना है? हेलो, आप लोगों में से किसी ने सुना है वेस्टर्न घाट? हेलो।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Western Ghat report, which was submitted by Professor Gadgil, just we go through it. I am going through this Gadgil report and Kasturi Rangan report, which is related to our Western Ghat. So I think many of you might be known Western Ghat, which is one of the important abode of large number of animals as well as plants, and Western Ghat is considered as a World Heritage. Due to mining and number of poaching, mining and number of other activities, the Western Ghat diversity is in the danger of extinction, and that's why this Gadgil committee has been formed by central government, and this committee has put forth their report. So Gadgil report and Kasturi Rangan report on Western Ghat. Just we have uh, glimpses regarding these different reports. Environment being one of the favorite areas of it is necessary to analyze the detail of recent hot topics or controversies. Gadgil report and Kasturi Rangan report related with the Western Ghat hence describe much attention for because this is a topic related to UPSC and hence it has been mentioned. So you can observe just a single photograph from Western Ghat. Western Ghat is extensive region spanning over 6 states and 44 districts and 142 tahsil or taluka. I have already shared some documents related to Western Ghat, which starts from part of Gujarat and which ends to Kanyakumari, which is about 40 kilometer in a width and more than 700 kilometer in a length. So such a huge part that is nothing but the Western Ghat. It is the home of many endangered plants and animals. Western Ghat hosts India's richest wilderness in 13 national parks and several sanctuaries recognized by UNESCO. So I think you are better known with the Western Ghat, and regarding this Western Ghat, two important committees has formed. Let us have an idea regarding report of Professor Gadgil committee or recommendations. The Western Ghat Ecology Expert Panel designed the entire hill range as an ecologically sensitive area. Ecologically sensitive area बताया गया. Panel in its report has classified 142 taluka in the Western Ghat boundary into ecologically sensitive zone. Being of high priority, almost all developmental activities, specifically mining, thermal power plants, etc., were restricted in it because there is a danger of extinction of large number of plants as well as animals from this area. And by considering this ecological threat, at least these activities related to mining and thermal power plants should be banned as per Gadgil committee report. I think you might be known large quantity of bauxite is also available in this area. Gadgil report recommends that no new dams based or large-scale storage be permitted in ecologically sensitive zone 1 since both the Athripili of the Kerala and Gundia of Karnataka hydroelectrical project sites fall in ecologically sensitive zone 1. These projects should not be accorded environmental clearance. I am deliberately giving you idea regarding resources, indirectly resources. Gadgil committee reports specific that present system of governance of the environment should be changed. It asks for bottom to top approach, that is right from Gram Sabha up to highest authority, that is Sansad. So I think you might be known there are several different types of works going on in the Western Ghat. In the Western Ghat, specifically area related to Ratnagiri and Sindhudurga district, the stone, red stone, typical red stone which is removed from this area and which is used for building purpose. So there are mines of these red stones, or in Marathi it is known as the Zambha Dagad. The commissions recommend constitution of Western Ghat Ecology Authority as a statutory authority under the Ministry of Environment and Forest with the power under Section 3 of Environmental Protection Act. So there are several such reports available, and these reports give idea regarding resources available in our surrounding. If we are not using these resources with planning, then there will be immediate danger of losing these resources. I have already told you that there is also a Kasturi Rangan committee report and its recommendations. Instead of total area of Western Ghat, only 37% of the total area we bring under ecological succession act under Kasturi Rangan report. Complete ban on mining, quarrying and sand mining in ESA area. Distinguish between cultural and natural landscape. Then current mining areas in ESA should be phased out within the next 5 years or at the time of expiry of mining lease, whichever is earlier. No thermal power be allowed and hydropower projects are allowed only after detailed study. Red industries, that is, which are highly polluting, be strictly banned in these areas. So as far as these different reports considered, these reports shows that whatever resources available in our surrounding, these are disturbed due to their existence, their physiography is disturbed due to human activities, various human activities. So as far as our resources considered, these resources we are going to study under 4 different titles. First one, that is economic botany. Second one, that is pharmacognosy. Third one, that is phytochemistry. And fourth one, that is related to industrial botany. I think I have already told you that if any subject has fundamental as well as applied part, the importance of subject is increased due to its applied part or utilities to common man. So our last module from this paper, which is related to industrial botany, that is variety of different uses of botany in relation to different industrial products. So first one, that is related to economic botany. I think all of you are best known. For every study, economics of that area should be known to you. Our country is agricultural country, and basic business of Indian citizens is agriculture. I think it is best known to you in our country. It is entirely dependent on monsoon. Agriculture sector is entirely dependent on the monsoon. And it has been well known to everybody of you that monsoon is normally not even, or it is not in a specific manner. Sometimes monsoon shower is more in some area, in some area it is very less. So it is not even or it is uneven. Now, as far as our rainy season scenario considered, you might be known, sometimes there is a flooding, sometimes there is a drought, and in such a situation, Indian agriculture and its productivity is very important. Even if this is a fact, we have to study at least some of this part, which includes food plant, because food is a very important commodity of the life. I have deliberately used the term commodity because without food you cannot continue your life. Just a minute, हम देख लेते हैं कि what are the different food plants. कौन-कौन से food plants है, कोई बता सकता है? हेलो, कौन-कौन से food plants है, कोई बता सकता है? Anybody? Hello? कोई बता सकता है food plants? Here is a list of some of the plants which are used for the purpose of food. That is, plants are sources of wide variety of nutrients required to keep human body in perfect working condition. I think all of you are know whatever food material we are using from this food material, which consists of either carbohydrates or lipids or proteins, and beside that it shows presence of different vitamins as well as minerals. So whatever food material we are taking from this food material, number of different types of nutrients are available, and simultaneously during the metabolic activities, specifically digestion, large quantity of energy which is released by breaking this food material, and this energy is used for metabolic activities, or this energy is used for purpose of our routine practices, and for this purpose food plays important role. This food is available in the different forms, as I have already told you. Sometimes uh, food of animal origin and food of plant origin, or vegetarian and non-vegetarian sources of food material which are known to you. So human consume everything from fruit, flower, even the stem of some plant, leaves, stem like lettuce, celery, root of some plants like carrot, beetroot, seeds like wheat, rice, etc., which are consumed by human being. So there is no need to explain much more regarding this, because all of us are using these different types of sources. So food from different plants. Now, as far as food from different plants considered, just a minute. So, just a minute. So, variety of different types of food sources which we are going to use. All food comes from plant. Even animal depend on also plant. Hence, we obtain food from plants directly or indirectly. The reason one is advised to consume fruit and vegetables on a daily basis is that it is a source of rich nutrients. That's why even doctor or nutrition give us idea to utilize whatever fruit available daily from the adjoining area. Plants provides us with vegetables, coffee, cereals, pulses, fruits, sugar, spices, oil, etc. Different part of plants provide different food material. Let us have a look at some of the food obtained from different parts of the plant. For example, vegetable. There is a list. You can prepare a list of large number of material which we can use for purpose of vegetable. The largest vegetable source which is obtained from कुरडटेसी members जसं दोडका, भोपळा, पडवळ, कितीतरी सांगता येईल, or even cruciferous members. These are used for a purpose of vegetable. So some nutrient-rich vegetables such as beetroot, turnip, spinach, cauliflower, etc. are used for a purpose of vegetable, and these are obtained from the plants. And parts such as root, leaf, stem, etc. Now, there are some of the vegetables which are food obtained from root, and these are like radish, turnip, carrot, beetroot. So these are some of the roots which are used as for a purpose of a food material. Then stem, potato, ginger are the stem that are eaten as a vegetables. Then leaves, spinach, cabbage, lettuce, these are the leaves which are used as a vegetable. Flowers, broccoli, cauliflower are the flowers eaten in the form of a vegetable. Fruit are healthy sources of food from plants. Orange, mango, apple, grapes are some of the fruits consumed by human beings. You can make a huge list of such a different materials or fruits which are used for purpose of food material. Then cereals, another interesting group. Cereals include rice, wheat, maize, jawar, barley, etc. I think most of you are known with the difference between cereals and millets. Minor cereals, that is millets. So cereal group includes rice, wheat, maize, jawar, barley, etc., which are the rich source of nutrient as well as source of carbohydrate. Then tea and coffee, which are used for a purpose of a different drinks, refreshing drinks. Coffee and tea are widely grown in southern part of India. These are also obtained from the plants. Not just this sugar is also obtained from the plants. It is processed from sugarcane plant. I think you might be known from the foreign in the most of European countries. In spite of sugarcane, sugar is obtained from beetroot. Then oil. Oil can be extracted from the seeds and leaves of different plants. Some of the plants producing oil are castor, mustard, sunflower, even cotton, groundnut, etc. So I think it is best known to you. Oil is used for a variety of different purposes, including industrial purpose. That is non-edible oil, but specifically here we come across the edible oil, which is obtained from mustard, sunflower, coconut, groundnut, etc. Then spices. As far as spices considered, our country has a great heritage regarding the use or utilities of the spices. I think India is one of the important countries where a large number of different types of spices are used. Some of these important spices are cinnamon, cardamom, pepper, clove, cumin seeds, and ginger, etc., obtained from the plants and used for cooking purpose. I think you are best known with the spices which require in the minor quantity, but they increase palatability of food material. They give different aroma to our food material which we are going to use. So these are the different utilities or uses from plant. I think you are also known with the different animals which are directly or indirectly give us milk, egg, meat, which are also used for a purpose of a food material. So these are also known to you. Then as far as our unit 1 considered, here we are going to have idea regarding the food plants, that is history of food plants. I think you might be known with the history of a human being. The earliest human being or our forefathers were supposed to be hunters and gatherers. They are just barefoot hunters. Even they are not known with the use of a cloth. So during the earlier time, human being is supposed to be living in the forest, and he has learned several things by his cute observations in the surrounding. Even culture of that is agriculture, or to cultivate variety of different types of plant, is just a practice acquired by human being since about 4 to 5,000 years ago. So here we are going to study the history as well as origin and distribution and nature of different food plants. At this stage, there is no any specific food plant has been mentioned, but we can at least have some food plants including rice, wheat, maize, jawar, bajra, potato, etc., which are largely used in the world for a purpose of food material. Just a minute. Which are used in the world for a purpose of food material. Just we have what is the main food of a plants? Just a minute. Food from plants, roots, vegetable foods. So if we go through a variety of different substances which are used for a purpose of food material, there is enough list, but we are going to only study these different that is cereals and millets which are used for a purpose of a plant, specifically rice, wheat, maize, jawar. And in relation to points such as history of these food plants, origin of the food plant, distribution of the food plant, and what is the exactly nature of part which is used for a purpose of food material. Then morphology and anatomy of fiber yielding plants. This is another important part. I think it is best known to you. As far as economic importance of plant considered, fiber is also one of the important commodity which is obtained from variety of different plants. So fiber plants, I think it is best known to you. We use variety of different types of fiber in routine practices. In our surrounding, there are variety of different types of plants which are used for a purpose of different purposes. Now, as far as fibers considered, there are There is a different classification regarding classification on basis of fiber. First one, that is textile fiber. कोई बता सकता है टेक्सटाइल फाइबर कौन से प्लांट से मिलते हैं? एनीबॉडी? हेलो हेलो.
Yes, sir.
टेक्सटाइल फाइबर कोई एग्जांपल बता सकता है? टेक्सटाइल फाइबर का कोई एग्जांपल बता सकता है? एनीबॉडी? टेक्सटाइल फाइबर. जय
सर नहीं पता.
अरे टेक्सटाइल मतलब हम जो क्लोथ्स यूज कर रहे हैं उसके लिए फाइबर यूज करते हैं कि नहीं? कॉटन.
कॉटन.
Cotton is one of the important textile fiber. Nowadays, instead of only cotton or natural fibers, some synthetic nylon, rayon, and other different types of variety of fibers are also used. But here we come to textile fiber. So it is the most important group, textile fiber. Fibers are used for manufacture of fabrics, netting, and cordages. So first important is textile fiber. Then second one, that is brush fibers. I think we are using brush for various purposes, for cleaning of mattresses, for cleaning of flooring, for various other purposes we are using brush. And as far as these brush considered, for brush also we are using different fibers. Tough and stiff fibers used for manufacture of brush and brooms. झाड़ू वापरतो आपण, that is also used, that is also from different plant. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोकोनट का लीफ जो है, लीफ के सेंट्रल पोर्शन की मिड लीफ जो है, दैट इज यूज्ड फॉर पर्पस ऑफ ब्रूम. सो ब्रश फाइबर्स. देन शायद आप लोगों ने देखा होगा बाथरूम क्लीन करने के लिए आजकल हम अलग सिंथेटिक ब्रश यूज करते हैं, लेकिन पहले जमाने में यूज करते थे कोकोनट के ब्रश. सो रफ वीविंग फाइबर्स. थर्ड वन, रफ वीविंग फाइबर्स, दैट इज फ्लैट playable fibers strands which are used to making straw hats, pillow, etc. They are also used for packaging material. Killing fibers, नहीं तो rough weaving fibers. रोड साइड को आप लोग देखते होंगे, चेयर्स बनाते हैं फाइबर्स से, बास्केट्स बनाते हैं, मैट्स बनाते हैं, नहीं तो स्ट्रॉ हैट से भी कुछ मटेरियल बनाते हैं. सो दीज आर द डिफरेंट फाइबरस मटेरियल व्हिच इज ऑफ plant origin, which is used for different purposes. Then natural fibers, that is bast extracted from bark in the layer of the sheets and used as a substitute for cloth or lap. Bast fiber. शायद आप लोगों को पता होगा विहिरी मधून पाणी काढण्याकरता कॉयर पासून बनलेली दोरी वापरतात, माहिती आहे? हॅलो हॅलो.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coir means you call it as a काथ्या. काथ्यापासून बनवलेली दोरीचा वापर करतात. सो आय थिंक इट इज बेस्ट नोन टू यू. विहीर किंवा आडामधून पाणी काढण्याकरता साधारणपणे जो दोर वापरला जातो, प्लास्टिकचा वापरला तर काय होतं तुम्हाला माहिती असेल, हाताला भाजणे, खरचटणे हे प्रकार होतात. आणि पाण्यामध्ये भिजल्यानंतर तो काय होतो, पटकन हातातनं निसटतो, ग्रीप राहत नाही. जर लोक ह्याच्या कापसापासून बनवलेला असेल तर तो लवकर खराब होतो. आणि म्हणून जुन्या काळामधले विहीर किंवा आड जे आहे त्यांच्यामधून पाणी काढण्याकरता अशा प्रकारचे ह्याच्या नारळाच्या काथ्यापासून बनवलेले कॉयर रोप्स, दिखाता हूं आपको. कॉयर रोप्स आर युज्ड ऑन द लार्ज स्केल. बघितले? हॅलो, हॅव यू ऑब्झर्व्ड सच अ टाइप ऑफ कॉयर रोप्स?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
विहिरीतलं करता किंवा आडातलं पाणी काढण्याकरता such a type of coir ropes are used, and this is also one of the important killing product. Natural fibers. Then paper making fiber. As far as paper considered, all of you might be best known, paper is one of the important commodity which is used by us. As compared to rest of world, normally use of paper by Indians is comparatively less, but large number of the Europeans use large quantity of paper per day. जैसे आजकल हम यूज करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल हम पेपर नैपकिन्स यूज करते हैं, कई बार हम ब्लॉटिंग पेपर यूज करते हैं। वैसे यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पेपर इज यूज फॉर सच अ पर्पजेस. So per capita consumption of paper napkin or such a type of even I think you might be known during Corona period, use and throw वाले towels and bed sheets are also available. रेलवे स्टेशन पर अगर आपने देखा होगा तो यूज एंड थ्रो वाले पेपर नैपकिन्स, पेपर टॉवेल्स, पेपर बेड शीट्स आर आल्सो अवेलेबल. इवन पेपर शर्ट्स आर आल्सो अवेलेबल. So these are the different products available from directly or indirectly fibers. I think when it comes to paper industry, then we should explain regarding the utilities or use of a bamboo. The best quality paper is produced from bamboo because it shows presence of good quality of a fiber. In the real sense, paper is produced from any material which shows presence of a cellulose. And normally variety of different plants which shows presence of cellulose. Even तुम्ही ज्याला कबाडी म्हणता, कॉटनच्या कपड्यांपासून सुद्धा पेपर बनतो. As far as paper considered, there are variety of different types of paper. For example, printing paper is a different. तुमचा झेरॉक्सचा पेपर वेगळा असतो, रायटिंग पेपर वेगळा आहे, न्यूजपेपर इज अ डिफरेंट, रैपिंग पेपर इज अ डिफरेंट, बटर पेपर इज अ डिफरेंट. क्या आपको पता है, आपने देखा है अमूल किंवा इरोडे डेअरीचं तुम्ही बटर जर आणलं तर ते कागदात गुंडाळलेलं असतं, and that paper is known as a butter paper. Parchment paper, even paper used for currency note is also different. So in this way, variety of different types of papers are used, and basically this paper is produced from fibers which are available from different plants. लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा अगर पेपर किस चीज से मिलता है तो दैट इज फ्रॉम द bamboo. So as far as our first unit considered, we are going to study also fiber yielding plants, then forest resources including timber and non-timber. I think it is best known to you, our country is one of the major population of our country is living in villages on banks of river and in the vicinity of the forest. So here we should be known with that is timber and non-timber, timber and non-timber products. Anybody can give idea regarding what is the timber? Anybody? हेलो, कोई बता सकता है टिम्बर?
हाँ सर.
हाँ, व्हाट इज टिम्बर? हम लोग
जो हाउसिंग के
हाँ बताओ बताओ.
हाउसिंग के काम के लिए जो यूज कर,
हाँ, फॉर कंस्ट्रक्शन हाउस के लिए जो यूज करते, रूफ बनाने के लिए यूज करते, सेंटरिंग के लिए यूज करते, दरवाजे बनाने के लिए यूज करते, फॉर एग्जांपल खिड़कियां, दरवाजे, फर्नीचर बनाने के लिए जो यूज करते, दैट इज अ टिम्बर. बट रिमेंबर, एनी वुडन लॉग इज नोन एज अ टिम्बर. हम लोग बोलते हैं टिम्बर मार्केट. टिम्बर मार्केट म्हणतो आपण, म्हणजे जिथं लाकूड अवेलेबल होतं किंवा लाकूड विकलं जातं, दिस एरिया इज नोन एज अ टिम्बर मार्केट. So as far as forest products considered, these are timber and non-timber forest products, yani wood and non-wood forest products. So what is timber and non-timber? Consequently, timber, chips, charcoal, fuel wood, as well as small wood such as tools, household equipment, and carving are excluded. Non-timber forest products, that is NTFP, in contrast, generally include fuel wood and small wood. This is the main difference between NWFP and NTFP. NW means non-wood forest product, and NTFP means non-timber forest product. So non-timber and timber forest products. So which product is non-timber forest product? हम यहाँ देखते हैं, the wide variety of NTFP includes mushroom, huckleberries, ferns, transplants, seed poles, peanut seeds, tree nuts, mosses, maple, cork, cinnamon, rubber, wild pigs, tree oils, resin and ginseng. So these are nothing but non-timber. मतलब timber करके wood करके जिनका use नहीं करते, that is all these are non-timbers. So just have a list of these non-timber एडिबल प्लांट एनटीएफपी का ओरिजिन के बारे में देखो. एडिबल प्लांट प्रोडक्ट्स, मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स, एरोमेटिक प्लांट्स, गम्स एंड रेजिन्स excluding plants, dyes and color yielding plants, fiber and floss yielding plants, jam yielding plants, bamboos, canes, fodder, forage, fuel wood, charcoal briquettes, leaves for plant, etc., which are used for this purpose. So whatever these number of things except wood which are obtained and available from the forest, these are known as a non-timber forest product or non-wood forest product or NTFP. And wood itself is a timber forest product. I think most of you might be known regarding timber. For example, टिक की लकड़ी का हम यूज करते, बिसा की लकड़ी का हम यूज करते, बबूल की लकड़ी हम यूज करते, so we can have such a large shoria robusta यूज करते, so we can have such a large number of material which is used for a purpose of timber and non-timber products. Then next one, that is gum. I think most of you are known gum and resin substances. These are also used for a purpose of non-wood forest products. So just have an idea. Gum and resin yielding plants. I think it is best known to you. Large number of plants. Whenever their external area or surface is injured, whatever exudation comes, it may be colorful or colorless. It dries and called as a gum. सबसे ज्यादा गम की वैल्यू रहती है गम अकेसिया और गम अरेबिका, बाबुल का गम, क्योंकि वो नॉर्मली व्हाइट या ट्रांसपेरेंट रहता है. And resin, that is large number of secretory substances secreted by surface of a plant. So gum and resin, which is also a non-timber forest product. Then fumitories and masticatories. I think it is best known to you. Masticatory म्हणजे चघळण्याचे पदार्थ. फॉर एक्झाम्पल तंबाखू, पान, सुपारी वगैरे वगैरे हे सगळे चघळले जातात. these are masticatories. And fumitories, फ्युमिटरी म्हणजे फ्युमिगेशन करणे. ग्रामीण भागामध्ये तुम्ही बघितलं असेल संध्याकाळी गोऱ्या पेटवल्या जातात आणि वेगवेगळ्या लाकूड घालून धुमी बनवली जाते. दॅट इज टू गेट रीड फ्रॉम डिफरंट फ्लाइंग इन्सेक्ट्स. किंवा घरामध्ये सुद्धा धूप जाळला जातो. सो सच अ टाइप ऑफ डिफरंट फ्युमिटरीज अँड मॅस्टिकेटरी parts. What are these? We are going to study in relation to their history, origin, distribution and nature. The next one, that is spices and condiments. As far as spices and condiments considered, I think you are better known. We are using about 10 to 15 different types of spices normally. म्हणून आपण तयार मसाला आणतो, गोडा मसाला असेल, आणखी कुठला असेल, वेगवेगळे मार्केटमध्ये जे मसाले असतात, these, because they just gives aroma or increase the aroma of food or increase palatability of a food. आणि म्हणून आपण बऱ्याच वेळा म्हणतो की spices required in the smaller quantity, but if spices are absent, then you just say that it doesn't have any aroma or it doesn't have any taste, etc. So spices are also one of the important commodities. And you might be known, as far as our country considered, Kerala, which is much famous for spices. Large number of spices comes to our country from different part of or corner of our country, but most of these are from Kerala. So spices and condiments. Condiments, they are substitutory substances which are used for increasing food aroma or food palatability. The next part which we are going to study is food adulteration. I think whenever you go to market and purchase anything, you just say that whether it is in the pure form or not. So just regarding the food material also, to minimize its production value, or as far as different sellers considered, they adulterate the food material with number of things. You might be known, गव्हाचा रवा आणला तर त्या रव्यामध्ये तुम्हाला कदाचित माहिती असेल लोखंडाचे कण सुद्धा बघायला मिळतात, किंवा मिरची पावडर असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये वूडचा पोर्शन कलर देऊन घातला जातो. वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या डाळींना वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचा कलर दिला जातो. इन्फिरियर आणि सुपिरियर गोष्टींचं अशा प्रकारे कॉम्बिनेशन बनवलं जातं. सो दीज थिंग्स माइट बी नोन टू यू. So from our module number 1, we are going to study with the botany, which is used for a purpose of our routine practices related to food material, and we are going to study economic botany, that is history, origin, distribution and nature of different food plants, fibers, different timber and non-timber forest resources, then gum and resin, fumitories and masticatories, spices and condiments, and what are the different food adulterants that we are going to study from our unit number 1. Then second and another important module or unit which is related to pharmacognosy. I think it is best known to you, pharmaco and gnosy. That is a science which deals with the contents of the plant, that is phytochemicals, what they exactly show presence of, and they are used for purpose of curing different diseases. For which diseases they are used, that is studied in this part, that is pharmacognosy. So you just go through topics, that is introduction to pharmacognosy, classification of a crude drug, that is not purified but crude drug, because they are classified such as drugs obtained from stem, drugs obtained from leaf, drugs obtained from any other matter, such a type of different classifications are observed. So classification of crude drug. Then plant anatomy, because normally anatomy of plant plays important role in identification also. This anatomy includes stomata of plant part, trichomes available on the plant part, xylem, phloem, and these different types of tissues available on the different plant part, which are useful to helpful to use. They're helpful to identify them, and for this purpose, stomata, trichome, xylem, phloem, and ergastic substances available in the plant should be known. Then evolution of a drugs. I think evaluation of a drugs. हम बहुत बार बोलते हैं कि XYZ की पोटेंसी ज्यादा है, XYZ का स्वाद अच्छा है, वैसे evaluation of a drug. So how to evaluate drug? Normally for evaluation of a drug, 2-3 important methods are used. First one, organoleptic method, that is on basis of which organ is used, so it is known as an organoleptic method. Then second one, microscopic method. So whatever part is used under microscope, जो भी प्लांट पार्ट है उसको माइक्रोस्कोप के अंदर देखा जाता है, and it has been analyzed for in a proper scientific way whether it consists of a specific anatomical and morphological character or not, or whether it is adulterated or not. Then chemical characteristic features of a material, physical and biological, drug adulteration, etc. So from our module number 2, we are going to study large number of the things which are related to pharmacognosy, or use of a plant for a purpose of medicine. Then our third module, which is related to phytochemistry, that is chemistry of the plants, because in different plant parts, variety of a different material is stored. It includes food material as well as primary and secondary metabolites, and in this way, the exactly chemical contents available in the plant material are analyzed and studied, which includes primary metabolites such as proteins, lipids, carbohydrates. Secondary metabolites includes terpenes, phenols, alkaloids, and many more different other compounds. So structure of these different phytochemicals, classification of phytochemicals, properties of different phytochemicals, Importance and plant sources of different phytochemicals including alkaloids, terpenoids, phenolics, steroids, and glucosidal nature of the compound or glucosides will be studied in this module. So phytochemistry is another module. So in this way we have studied overall there are 4 units out of these 4 modules. First one related to economic botany, second one related to pharmacognosy, that is the use of plants for medicinal purpose, and third one that is related to phytochemistry. Then our fourth module which is related to industrial botany. मैंने शुरू में आप लोगों को बताया था कि अगर किसी सब्जेक्ट को कोई इंडस्ट्रियल इंपॉर्टेंस है, इंडस्ट्रियल यूटिलिटी है, तो उसकी वैल्यू बढ़ जाती है. So you just go through these different types of plants which are used for industrial purposes. First one, paper and pulp industry. There is no need to explain much more. Paper and pulp industry is also available from the central India, including Ballarpur industries of Ballarsha, some of the industries available concentrated in Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal. So these areas where paper industry is aggregated. How paper is made, what are the different raw materials used for paper, how paper is manufactured specifically from wood pulp, entire process of paper manufacturing, kinds of paper and paper products which are used. Nowadays, I think you might be known, we are using the paper plates even in hotels or even a home or in a different function, we are using different types of paper plates. So we should be known regarding the paper and pulp industry. Then beverages. We are using different types of beverages including tea and coffee, even cocoa. So how these beverages are produced, what are the different sources of beverages, how these are cultivated, manufacturing process कैसी है, chemical composition क्या है, regarding tea, coffee and other cocoa and other beverages which we are going to study. Then different types of dyes. I think you are best known to think that we are using variety of different types of dyes, and most of these dyes are of plant origin. You are better known with the bixa, you are better known with the turmeric, you are better known with the saffron. So on the large scale these are used for a purpose of a dye. Then essential oils. I think it is best known to you. We are using variety of different types of oils, edible and non-edible oils. Here we come across the essential oils, how and where these essential oils occur, how they are extracted, essential oils, how used in a perfumery and other industries. So these things which we are going to study as a part and parcel of essential oil from industrial botany. Then rubber and latex. As far as paper considered, there is also one of the important commodity which is used from plant, and that is nothing but the rubber. On the large scale, rubber is obtained from members of Euphorbiaceae and other families. So rubber and latex, variety of different qualitative and quantitative parameters are there, and on basis of these, rubber and other different parts which are used for production of different things. So natural rubber, what are the different sources of natural rubber, then how it is cultivated, how the collection of latex going on, processing and uses of rubber. So these things which we are going to study from our paper, that is module 4 industrial botany. So in this way, in this semester we are going to study resources, plant resources, paper plant resources, which includes plants which are used for a purpose of food material, plants which are used for a purpose of pharmacognosy purpose, phytochemistry purpose, and industrial botany. So as far as this paper considered, this is comparatively looks to be simple, but whenever the things are simple, these are difficult to write, difficult to remember, and for this your attention and simultaneous going through these different things, revision is necessary. ठीक है, हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हमारा whatever टॉपिक शुरू करना है कर देते हैं. During that time I can share presentation also. क्या आप लोग सभी सुन रहे हैं?
Yes, sir.
कितने लोग प्रेजेंट थे? अभी तो 15 दिख रहे हैं. अश्विनी, अजरा, जयंत, ज्योति, मीनल, मोहिनी, मुस्कान, रुचिका, साक्षी, श्वेता, उसके बाद सोनल मानकर, सुहाना खान और तेजस्विनी. बाकी कहाँ गए? बाकी थे क्या? छोड़ दिए? हेलो.
No, sir. 15. इतने ही थे, sir.
Okay, no problem. So we are going to continue as per our schedule. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.